On a dark and stormy night, you show up to a job interview at the Museum of Arcane Mysteries, only to find yourself locked in the basement with 5 other applicants. Now you're in a race to escape by looting magical artifacts found in the museum, all while the walls and tunnels slowly change shape around you. There are 3 keys hidden around the map. The first player to collect all 3 keys and take them to the exit wins. Turn all the character tiles face down and shuffle them about. Each player will select one and keep it hidden from the other players. Find the starting map tile and place it image side up in the middle of your playing area. Place 1 pawn per player anywhere on the starting tile. Next, turn all the map tiles face down and shuffle them about. Do the same with the small artifacts tiles. Now stack these tiles and put the stacks to the side of the playing area. You're now ready to begin taking turns. Each turn you may do any or all of the following in any order you choose. Walk as many steps as your character allows. This is written on your character card under walk. You may walk straight or diagonal or any combination of these. Place 1 or more map tiles. Pick up as many artifacts as you want if they're on a square adjacent to you. Artifacts will give you special abilities that will aid you while they're in your possession. Use as many artifacts as you have in your possession. Each artifact can only be used once per turn though. Drop as many artifacts as you want on squares adjacent to the one you are on. Rotate or slide a tile. You can only move tiles you are on, unless your character has a special ability allowing you to affect nearby tiles. Not all characters begin with the ability to turn or slide tiles, but every character may eventually find an artifact that will give them the ability to do so. You can also steal an artifact from another player. More details on this later. Here's an example of a turn. I take 1 step, pick up this artifact, turn the tile I'm on, and take 2 more steps. Placing tiles. To explore new parts of the museum, place a new tile and walk onto it. Grab a tile from the shuffled pile without looking at it, flip it image side up, and place it where you want to step adjacent to the tile you are on. Tiles must be lined up so the adjoining side fully connects with the tile that you are walking off of. You may choose how you would like to rotate the tile you are placing. If there is an object on the tile, like a statue or a fountain or a bookcase, these are searchable areas. Place an artifact tile on that object face down. This can be picked up by any player who stands on a square adjacent to it. Characters. Each character has different strengths and weaknesses. You must find a strategy to succeed based on those strengths and weaknesses listed in your character tile. For example, Mrs. Finley can walk 2 squares per turn. She can only hold 3 artifacts at a time, but she can rotate the tile she's standing on up to 2 times. Throughout the game, Mrs. Finley is likely to acquire magical artifacts that will add to her abilities. So even if you draw a character that's not strong at some things, you may find that they get better as the game progresses. Stealing an artifact. If you are standing on a square adjacent to an opponent, you may attempt to steal his or her artifacts by guessing what they have. Say, "I think you have the iron key. Give it to me." If they have the item that you guessed at, they must give it to you. Now there are no ask-backs. They may not ask for this item back the next turn, but they may take it back on other turns. Also, you can use the artifact the second you take it. Here are a few strategies you might want to know about. First off, start the game by going down your own hallway. If you follow someone, they will get all the good artifacts before you get to them. Another thing to keep in mind is that to win the game, you need to fool other players, so hide your artifacts in your character card. You see, if someone knows what you have, they can steal it from you. So fool them into thinking you have something you don't, and surprise them when you arrive at the door with all 3 keys. The reverse is true. If you know what artifacts someone has, you can steal those artifacts and use them to win. And here's my final bit of advice. Once all the artifacts in the games have been discovered, gameplay has a tendency to flip-flop. Suddenly everybody starts racing towards each other to try to steal all the keys and run to the exit. So get ready for that switch. Once all the artifacts are found, the game is on. That's it. That's all you need to know how to play. You're going to have an amazing time. Give it a shot.